I mean, certainly everybody has the capacity to change. Unfortunately, change is hard. True change is very hard. I mean, a lot of this is generational too. I mean, if you watched your father and your mother interact this way, that's the way you've learned to interact. My dad was a shouter. My dad's a great guy, but his answer was raising the volume. And I fight every day when I'm getting mad at the kids not to fall into what I've seen and let that kind of take over and try to, it doesn't work. I know it doesn't work, so I don't want to do it. But it's kind of like that's what you learn to do. And it's, how do you swing a golf club? How do you swing a bat? How do you, whatever. The way you learned it is generally, can you unlearn your golf swing? Sure you can. Is it hard? Yeah, it's hard, and on and on. I mean, can you learn to discuss things and reason things versus scream at things? Yes, you can. Can you learn not to use violence? That doesn't solve it. I mean, you get your way, but at what cost? I mean, yeah, people can change. It's difficult, though. They've got to want to change, first of all. So it's like a drug addict. Can people get off of drugs? Sure they can. Is it easy? No, it's not. Can people quit smoking? Yeah, they can. They can change that habit, that condition, but not easily. It's tough. They got to want to change. They got to be committed to it. They got to learn some tools. Generally, we have the Respect program here, which talks a little bit about it. And I've known many local judges that have talked to defendants in front of them about different ways of coping with stress and anger. The Judge Goods, who passed away years ago, a Sterling judge, would always talk about how he'd take a walk when he and his wife got into something. Go out for a walk, 5 or 10 minutes just to clear his head, and he'd tell his defendants in front of him, walk away. Good advice, walk away, calm down, think about it. People that use alcohol or drugs try to escape their problems. It doesn't solve their problems. Anger, violence isn't going to solve whatever you're angry or violent about. Isn't going to be solved by you getting angry or violent. It's just your reaction to it and learning to control that. Learning other more positive ways of addressing it. So people can change. Sometimes they have to lose something, a job, a relationship, or whatever. To do that, they have to have hit bottom or to have whatever the motivation is that's going to get them committed to change. But it's possible to change, sure. Yeah, people can definitely change. People do feel bad about it. I mean, again, there's that honeymoon phase. Usually that's indicative. It's not purely manipulative. It's also, I'm sure there is some regret. You gave her black eye, you broke her arm, you threw her down the stairs, you broke her grandmother's porcelain, which was the only thing she really loved, or you hurt her pet, who was everything in the world, or whatever it is that has happened that lashing out was. I'm sure they feel bad about it. The question is not whether they feel remorse. The question is, what are they going to do about it? Are they going to stop? Are they going to control themselves in the future, or are they going to keep repeating the cycle?